like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag.
Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
What? Right there. 54 Mike. Alert. Watch safety. Safety's creeping.
On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on second down. Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On second and 9, Wilson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second and 9, Wilson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but now it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action now. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running with Kamara. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, it's Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
Here we go. First down. Here we go.
Mike. Ready? Flag.
I got you.
6 guys.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on second down, Winston. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
To throw is Winston. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Kill. Check.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum. because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
45's the mic. Ready?
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. It's caught. Lockett. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Cut. 280. 45. Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run forward with Petty. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is third and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Myers' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 22-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down, Buccaneers.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Ready. Black 25. Right there, 56. Let's go.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Let's go.
From the 17, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First down, Buccaneers.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a first and 10 at the 11. Jameis to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
56 to Mike.
Here's Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Yeah, he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Winston drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Logan, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play action. Winston. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ziggy Ansah in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter.
Alert.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 24, Wilson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
One flip.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Space to run past the 20. Oh, a good move at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll come out in the pistol.
Bring it. Okay, 0.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Myers for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan. 77 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
5 on the 50. Green, triple T. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Winston connecting with Howard.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Winston. Campbell making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. They'll throw again. Winston. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about
downs anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go. Ready. Move ready. Mike 54. He's tired of winning.
Jameis now on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Winston now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Winston. He wants it all for the end. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape. To put himself and his team in a position to score points, an absolute dream return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 2nd and 9, Wilson forced, and a big loss here as as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Off the play fake, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play, Winston to Evans. 63 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Let's go. It's time to play. 56.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2 times. 4 down. Check. 12. Tempo.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. Lucky.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Here's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. He's back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. We are inside of 1 minute, only one timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
A run with Ogunbowale. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. 4th down, Winston. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.